Welcome to Stock Talk. Hope you had a good week of trading last week. I was pretty much out of pocket all week. We were actually vacationing down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, on the beach, and it was a very nice week down there. Got a little windy, but other than that, it was a good week. I did make a trade while I was down on the beach with my toes in the sand, and it was pretty nice. Had a pretty good week as far as the portfolio goes. So we'll talk about that as we look at our portfolio and talk about this trade I made. So let's go ahead and jump over there to the portfolio and take a look at what's going on today. It is about 10:39 Monday morning. So let's take a look at what's going on in the market. All right, so the market right now, you can see we've got it green. It's across the board here. Very good day so far for us. Good day for the portfolio. Everything's green except for our Tilray. You'll see a new one at the list here. Apple being the top of the list there. You can see it's up a little bit here, but this is the trade that we made last week. Let's go ahead and pull that chart up and take a look at that. It was a good trade, a quick trade, only a couple of days. We bought it on the 19th and sold it on the 20th. Made what I like to call CD money. We made 2% on the money. And it was a pretty good amount of money as far as the total number of shares that were bought and that kind of thing, because that's kind of what I do with my cash a lot of times that I've got sitting on the sideline. We are at 25% cash right now. A lot of times I'll make a pretty good sized trade after I see one of these pull down. And so last week I kind of saw that here. I saw it drop, and if you go back even further, you could see that was a pretty good drop compared, and these levels were something that had held up somewhere pretty good in the past, close to it. Wouldn't go much further if it was going to go too far. So taking a look at that Wednesday, you see here it did drop. It got down to looks like 123.36 there. So I bought it at 124.10, somewhere right in, let's see, right in here. So about midday, looks like. And then the next day shot up, and we were thrilled to see that real quick. And once it got up to, I had it set for 2%, and it got there at 126.59, and sold out of that. Could have made a little bit more, but that's what I was trying to do. That's what I did. So I was happy with that. Took the money, pocketed that money, and we talk about that a lot here on this channel about pocketing money. Anytime you can take, a good bit of money and make 2% in 2 days, there's nothing wrong with that. That's CD money in a 2-day period versus a 1-year period. So very happy with that. Don't have it now. It's gone. It is still up above where I sold out, but again, my goal was to make that 2%, and we did it. So we were happy with that. Tesla, we're holding that one. Everything else that we're holding right now, we're down a little bit because of this pullback we've had recently. Tesla probably being one of the better ones that, a couple of good days and we might be in the green on this one. But we are down on it right now as we are everything else we're holding. That's what happens sometimes when you get in the market and the market pulls back. You get caught with a lot of stocks that you've got to wait for them to come back. So that's why we're being real careful with that cash that we do have, because we want to be able to make trades and pocket money each week. And so we did that every week so far in May. We've got a few more days left here, another week. So we'll try to make another trade this week, but we have done pretty good as far as our pocketing of money this month. So that's the goal every month, is to try to pocket so much. And my goal usually is, the amount that I'm drawing out every month. That's what I want to try to pocket. So I want to make trades that will cover that amount that's coming out, and that way the portfolio stays in good shape over the years. So here we are. This one here is our Tesla. It is having a pretty good day. It's up $16, almost 3%. We can take a look at that 5-day chart. You can see here it's up a little bit. Part of the problem here, Elon Musk has been kind of getting entangled in all this Bitcoin stuff and the crypto stuff, so it's not helping anything as far as Tesla goes. And I think a lot of folks that look up to Elon and also are in crypto. So anytime he's, saying anything bad, don't expect that to help Tesla any. But then anyway, it's hanging in there pretty good today. Anytime the NAS goes up, seems like Tesla's doing okay now. So I think they're in good shape. We'll just have to watch that. But it is following the NAS pretty closely, and we're waiting to get back up into some green area so we can possibly unload that at some point. But we're a ways off on that. MSTR, same situation. Uh, it's a Bitcoin proxy more or less. And of course, Bitcoin took a pretty good whack last week or two with Elon saying that it was dirty energy that was making the Bitcoin. So that's hurt Bitcoin. It's pulled back. As a matter of fact, it pulled back pretty good this weekend, around 31,000. And I actually was trying to get some this weekend, but something happened with the banking information, so wasn't able to get it. And now it's back up to around 37. So that is a very volatile thing, Bitcoin. If you ever get in it, just brace yourself because it's a roller coaster. And so this one's a roller coaster too. You're going to be watching this one go up and down. You can see here these up and down rides here. I mean, if you could time these trades, you could do pretty good on it. But it's holding up pretty good in this area here. So we're going to just ride this one out. This is one of the ones we've got. It really is a Bitcoin play in the market. So you can't necessarily buy Bitcoin with inside of your IRAs and Fidelity and TD Ameritrade, like those kind of things. But you can buy things like GBTC. You can buy this stock here. Tesla also has a lot of Bitcoin as well. So those are, I would call them proxies for Bitcoin as well. Tesla, not so much, but MSTR, they are holding, I think they're the second largest holder of Bitcoin. So that's a big deal. So it's gonna follow the NASDAQ and the Bitcoin. So brace yourself for that ride if you got any of that. X, don't have any of that right now. It's holding up pretty good in this area here. You do see a little downward trend here the last 5 days, but the month is holding up pretty good in this area, as you can see. Have had a pretty good little runs up close to $30. I'm still waiting for about 21. If I can get 21, I may jump on some of that with that cash that I do have. But I do like US Steel. I mean, it's been a good one for me over the years if you get in the right spot, So Hut Mining, Hut 8 Mining Corporation. This is a Bitcoin play as well. Really probably got too many Bitcoin plays right now, plus the Bitcoin that I own. But I think it's something that's going to be here for a while, so I'm not too concerned about it. But it does go up and down a pretty good bit. So you got to be, have a certain kind of mentality to deal with that. And so this is the mining company. They hold a pretty good bit of coins. They have not taken off like some of the other mining companies. And one of the guys I watch kind of likes this one better than any of them, even though he says, stay away from the mining companies, just buy Bitcoin directly, which I do that too. But I wanted to go ahead and get some of this since it was so cheap too. I mean, I don't have a lot of money in it, but it's a good little, I was really playing it for a bounce, and it just hasn't bounced since we bought it. I mean, I think we played it one time before, but this second time around, we haven't been able to cash out it. I believe. I'm not positive on that, but either way, we'll hold it. I think we're in a little bit higher than this, so we're going to have to hold it for a while. Novavax, this is another one that we like. We played for years, and we are still waiting on some news here on this one. It has gotten absolutely destroyed in the last month or so. Let's take a look at that month chart. You can see it's holding up pretty good in this area. But in the last month or so, you can see we were way up here. We did sell some at 262, I think. I think it was where we sold her. 262. And so then we started buying in, but we started buying in too early. And so we got caught up in that. We're probably at a $200 range right now on this one. So it's going to take a while for it to come back up. But this can change in a day. Take a look at the 6-month chart here. You see this is not uncharted territory, but it did go a little bit lower than normal here. So that was a little concern, but that was just kind of a couple of different things that caused that. Some of the talk about sharing intellectual properties and things like that. So, but we're waiting on news right now. We're waiting on news about tests for the U.S. and Mexico. Those results there. Also, some funding and not funding, but approvals in some of these other countries like the EU and UK, Australia, South Korea. They're all over the place. That's the good thing about Novavax. They are ready to go uh, as soon as these approvals come across the line. The production had a little issues there, so they weren't really able to apply for the approvals. But I expect those to come any time in this quarter. They got delayed. That's why this thing got knocked down so bad. But we're going to wait it out. Matter of fact, we will be buying more here soon because I just have a lot of confidence in this one. All right. SPCE, this is the Virgin Galactic, had some big news today on that one. They did have a flight that went out in test flight that was successful. You can see they're up 19%. They were up even further than that in pre-market. I think they were over 20%, maybe 25%. But this is one we had, and this one's again is another one that has been just beaten up over the last month. All these SPACs have gotten beaten up. Uh, it's made a pretty good comeback though for the month, but I think we're even higher than that. I think we were up in this range here somewhere, but we got a ways to go. It's gotten beat up the last 3 or 4 months. All these SPACs have gotten beat up, so we'll wait it out. I like this one. I just like the idea of allowing people to go up into space, and I saw on the news today it was like $250,000 a pop. So it's not like I'll be going anytime soon, but if you had that kind of money and you wanted to go up into space and to where you get into the weightlessness, and that's pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm sure it'd be a nice view too. Teal rays down today. The only red one we've got today is, started out with a little bit of green and then it's pulled down. So nothing major going on there. Very low volume. So we're just going to wait that one out again. That was a bad trade. Way too high in on that one. I chased it. And that's one of the things I talk about not doing. But it happens to the best of us sometimes. We get excited and think that we can make a quick trade. And sometimes you get caught in that trade. Nicola has been doing pretty decent for the last month or so, but it's pulled back the last 5 days here. It's got a little pullback, but you can see it has been doing okay. It's holding steady, and that's a good thing. I did have a good little run here, and then has pulled down from that run, but getting a little activity around that. Still low volume. But something that we're going to hang on to and not worry about getting out of anytime soon. We've got a pretty good stake in it too, so that's one of those long-term holds, and we'll just hold it as long as we need to. Um, but I wanted to jump on here today because I hadn't been on here most of last week, and I wanted to share the trade that I made with you. We are again at 25% cash. We had a good week on the portfolio. We made some good pocket money too. So it was a good week, especially down at the beach. Couldn't beat the environment. Good seafood and good sitting in the sun and under the umbrella for me, but a lot of fun. Appreciate the subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to click the little button right over here before you leave today. And we'll check back in with you later in the week. Probably going to be towards Friday after the week we got through that, and we'll talk about what we did the rest of the week. But we're going to be looking for a quick trade, possibly if we can. But we got to have a good down day before we worry about that. And right now we're having such a good day. I don't think we'll be doing anything today. But watch for a good down day in the market, and that's when we make those kind of trades. All right. Well, have a great rest of your week. And again, don't forget to click the button if you haven't subscribed, and click that like button as well. Thanks. Have a great day.